Hey everyone, welcome back to Owlchemist Tarot, serving tarot straight up. So if you are new, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you know when new videos go up. And then if you're a return subby, thank you so much. I always appreciate the likes, the comments, everything that you guys do to participate and support this channel. So this is your general weekly reading for July 27th through the 31st. A lot of important energy going on. Number one, first and foremost, happy birthday, Leos. We're finally in Leo season. Officially, first full week. So this upcoming week as well, we have Jupiter retrograding back into Aquarius. It's in Pisces right now at the moment. Jupiter is the big daddy of growth, expansion, good luck, fortune. It's almost like he's the gift giver of the planets. And Aquarius is all about thinking ahead, the visionaries. They're looking at the well-being for humanity. Also, Aquarius can be rebellious to set that in motion sometimes. So I will say that I feel like for a lot of you, if you have ideas or epiphanies or experiences, opportunities that come your way, this is a time to put action behind it, because you never know with Jupiter how big it can grow. And you really need to think big with Jupiter. This sets the tone into the rest of the year. And we got a little bit of taste of Jupiter and Aquarius the end of 2020. So again, all I can tell you is dream big, because this is the energy where you really want to capitalize. So let's see what's going to go on. I'm going to be pulling a card for money, career, love, communication, and just overall things that we need to be aware of. I am going to be drinking my drink because I am so cottonmouth. So excuse me while I have to break for a little drink. Non-alcoholic, by the way. Some of you are like, what drink? Not that drink. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So, entering into this week, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Really interesting energy, I feel like, for a lot of you. This is planting those seeds. This is working at something. Like I said, this is a time, if you have an idea, an opportunity, something you want to put forth, put into action, start doing it. Because with Jupiter, it can grow significantly, exponentially. And what you do now, the work that you put into something, when it gets the time to harvest, it's going to be a lot bigger than you anticipated. Seven of Pentacles is about being very diligent and consistent. So this is really getting yourself to the point where you're like, look, I am going to set aside 15 minutes of meditation every day. Every single day, I'm going to take 30 minutes and go on and work out or take a walk. Every single day, I'm going to listen to affirmations or read a couple chapters in a book, or I want to read so many within a month. Whatever the case is, I really do feel like you're kind of telling yourself, I have the ability to change my life and correct the course that I'm on for better. So I need to be diligent and consistent what I'm doing so I can grow. This is also about investing in yourself too. For a lot of you, this is having the ability to, it's almost like when you put so many hours into something, what do they say? Like if you put 10,000 hours into an activity or you know, an area in your life, you get better, you almost become a master at it, or it takes 10,000 hours to master. I know I'm just brutalizing that. That's almost like the energy I'm feeling, where it's like you're really being diligent and saying, what am I good at? What do I want to do? And I'm putting the time every single day and being consistent so I just grow this skill set to the point where I'm really good. I'm confident. I know how to do it without even thinking. And for a lot of you this week, you're going to be identifying what that is. And for many of you, you're like, hey, this is not something I want to do. Let's not put more time into it. What are the things that I do want to grow? What are the things that I do want to excel at? So the Seven of Pentacles is really putting a lot of consistent effort into a thing, into a skill, into yourself. And for each of you, that's going to be very different. So whatever it is, stay at it, because this week I think is going to be that pivotal moment where you get the idea and or where you start putting it into action. All right. Six of Wands for money. This is a fabulous card to get. I mean, I don't really... Six of Wands, moving into this week, a lot of you feel pretty confident in the financial area of your life. For many of you, you can start to see things grow, meaning you're seeing your returns on investment. You know, for some of you, you've taken like training or courses or read books on a certain topic, and you've just become a little bit more financially literate. You're starting to feel more comfortable, confident. You feel a little bit more empowered to make certain decisions. For many of you, you have been really diligent or are going to start to be diligent to save money or to invest consistently, and it makes you feel like you're a little bit more in control and taking a very proactive, assertive approach when it comes to your finances. Ideally, for many of you, you're gonna feel like you have. How do I explain this? It's almost like Spirit is saying you have enough money where you need it to be. And so that makes you feel good because you're walking in to say, look, I know I have some savings. I know I have an emergency fund. I know I have things growing in like a compounding account. I know that my checking account is good. I'm starting to really be very diligent on what is coming in and out. And I do feel like for many of you, you're starting to get a lot more of control and understanding over your finances, and that's power, right? Financial literacy is power. So good for you if that's what you're going through. Career. Interesting because so we got a pretty strong energy around career. We got the Devil card. Now, for some of you, this is a recommendation. I'm not going to tell you what to do. The Devil card can mean that for many of you, you are throwing yourself into work. Almost like you are completely ignoring everything else and moving 100% focus into work. Workaholic type of behavior. The Devil card can be a little bit of an addictive type of approach to things. It can also mean things that have you, that you feel like has control over you. This can also mean that for some of you, this is a lesson in career that you haven't learned yet. Like for instance, there could be some things energetically lingering from Cancer season, some heavy things that are deep-rooted that you've chosen to ignore, and you've thrown yourself into work. The thing is, by doing that, it's a cycle that you're going to have to repeat and repeat until you break it and say, where is this stemming from? I can't use work as an scapegoat, literally. The Devil card is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorns are notorious for being extremely hard workers. So for a lot of you, it is that you're putting a lot of time into work because you're almost at a completion to something, or there's a really big project, or there's a lot of, responsibility on your shoulders. I'm just going to tell you that this is a reminder to have some work-life balance, or at least communicate the reason why you need to put so much focus into work. Because family, friends, loved ones, they may not understand, and they may think that you're just deliberately trying to ignore them, and that may not be the case. But I would tell you that this can be an all or nothing type of energy. So if it is, why is it that you're throwing yourself into work? It could be something a little bit more deeply rooted. And if it is just that you're spending a lot of time at work, remember to take breaks, remember to take care of yourself. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you don't need to pretend that there's 32 hours. Sorry, but some of you are really just aggressively like, I need to put all my time and focus into work. And honestly, do you? All right. Love. Now we got the King of Pentacles. This is sitting really nice. So for some of you, when it comes, if you're in a relationship, the King of Pentacles can mean that you certainly as a couple, you're looking at overall stability, home life. Maybe you're looking at where you're wanting to get to a point as a unified front, or a couple where you're getting closer to retirement, or how do you want to retire, how you're combining resources. For some of you, maybe moving in together, and you're kind of looking as a couple where money is going to go, or how you guys are going to divvy things up, or if you're going to have one account, whatever the case is. This can be a very, it's a very mature approach to a relationship. The King of Pentacles is a very grounded energy. It's a very for some of you as couples, you can be simplifying maybe your lifestyle a little bit. But the King of Pentacles is a very, it's just a really grounded kind of rational approach to things. So as a couple, I think I would just say that there's some communication and things you need to look at and make sure it fits and works for both of you. As singles, I would tell you that you are probably looking at or ready for a relationship where it is at that mature level where you actually want to be in a committed relationship. Also, here's the other thing. The King of Pentacles to me is always about looking for a partner who is meeting or exceeding where you are. So this is where you're kind of looking at, okay, I own my own business, or I have a really thriving career, I own my own home, I have my car, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm sitting nicely financially. So you're looking for a partner who is at the same point in life where you are, or maybe even a little better off, whatever the case is. You're trying to see, you know, hey, if I'm going to be dating, if I'm going to be taking this seriously, I want somebody who's, you know, going the same direction as I am. They're not living in their mom's basement. And if you are, that's no shot to anybody, but I'm just saying that you know, you're looking for a partner who gets it and they're in the same wavelength as you. They want the same things as you. You know, they are very financially stable and very smart and good with money for a lot of, and I'm saying that just because Pentacles energy is, you know, it does touch things that you can touch, feel, and see, but money is a big part of that. And it's making sure that you're not going backwards. That, you know, for a lot of you, it's taking a really long time to get to this point as the king to build up where you are, your peace, your prosperity, your home life, whatever that is. You don't want anyone to come in and ruin it or not respect the amount of time it takes to get to that point in life, okay? So I think for a lot of you, when it comes to dating, you know, you certainly could be meeting an earth sign of Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. But this is somebody who is going to be very focused on their career or is very established in their career. Same as you, probably for many of you. So for communication, interesting enough, the Hierophant is, oh man, Spirit keeps telling me this is the week not to ruffle feathers. Now, the Hierophant is run by Taurus energy. Taurus is a very grounded energy, doesn't like a lot of change, isn't into the whole shock value. So communication this week, you might want to keep it a little bit more PC or be very thoughtful of your audience. The Hierophant is also, you know, in relation to like big institutions, you know, big companies, corporations, religious institutions. So when you're communicating with friends, family, you know, maybe you're going to have to just kind of keep the tone a little bit softer when it comes to colleagues, peers, you know, work. I would say that you really want to, this is the week to CYA, to make sure you have things that are very clearly communicated, making sure that you're not too aggressive. This is kind of playing the politics a little bit more this week. I think also, and I'm saying that because as Jupiter retrogrades back into Aquarius, Aquarius can be rebellious for the sake of being rebellious and for the greater good, but as an individual can be rebellious just to put out shock waves and shock factor. I can say that because I'm an Aqua and I'm known for doing that. The thing is that this week that there could be a lot of that happening. A lot of people can be very vocal, could be expressing themselves in a very rebellious way. And this could be the week that you may not want to add more to that, okay? So this might be more observing, listening, watching, and taking notes rather than being kind of over the top. And I would just say, you know, if you're sending emails, read them over a few times before you send it. The Hierophant is just about kind of keeping the status quo. So if you say or write something that could trigger, you know, someone, or to think that maybe you're leaving or that you're not happy or there's an issue or there's not, it could create this ripple effect. So all I can tell you is just kind of stay the course when it comes to the communication this week. This is not the time to be like, you know, making a huge splash or wave when there's not a need. I don't know why I need to say that, but with Aquarius, that energy, especially Jupiter running into Aquarius, retrograding, it could certainly be the case. This is, I don't know why I'm getting this too, but it's they keep saying minding your P's and Q's. I would say stay out of other people's business this week when it comes to communication, like the whole water cooler stuff. Keep your head down this week. This is not the time to like get involved in anyone else's shit. Not the week to do it. Just because you can be guilty by association, and you don't want the limelight on you for the wrong reasons. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, guys, I know I'm kind of rambled this reading, and my apologies. I have my cotton mouth. My head is in a million different places, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to be starting to do the August monthly readings for the Zodiacs. Cannot wait. I'll see you guys soon, and have a great, great week.